In today's episode, Burto's green GQ behind me there is getting a bunch of suspension upgrades from Superior Engineering, including a 5-link front end, long arms and a Superflex sway bar to try and get this GQ articulating better on the tracks. We do a before and after test on the flex ramp and well, we were pretty shocked with the results.
So this is just how to outdrive Tyler Thompson, mate, the extreme lengths you need to go to.
You're looking at this now and you're thinking, oh, I should have just put this in my car. You get that on the big jobs, you know. As my dad used to always say, Tyler, there's always someone better than you. Today, I'm better than you.
Proudly supported by Ultimate 9, Tread, Opus Campers, Superior Engineering, and in part by. And then a quick rig rundown of Burto's GQ he's got here that we're going to be working on today. So what sort of tyre and suspension setup have you already got on it?
So I've got 35s. Suspension is 4-inch Superior springs. I've just got some hybrid front radius arms. I've got solid, like stronger rear lowers and adjustable uppers already, but for what we want to do, it's not really the ideal setup.
So you're just hoping to do some upgrades, achieve some more flex, really.
Yeah.
And a bit better drivability off-road.
Yeah, take it to the next level.
Mate, we'll get it done.
Today, we have a few parts for my car. We've got long arms for the rear. We've got upper arm relocation brackets to fix geometry. We have a 5-link kit from Superior. And we have a Hyperflex rear sway bar kit from Superior as well.
Burto's going to bring his GQ in now, test out the brand new flex ramp that we've just finished building, so first actual use for it, and that way we'll be able to get a before and after test what difference it makes installing this suspension today. How many slats do you reckon you're making it up, mate?
6.
Told him come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex, but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all, I swear I got us what it takes.
That's not too bad.
You're about centre of the tyre, one down from this second up thing. Was that what we reckon, about 690?
Yeah, 690, mate. The front of my car doesn't work. The back sort of does. I've got the Superior 5-link front arms. I'm putting these in so we can gain more flex, and they're supposed to have better handling, but we'll see how it goes. This is meant to be the biggest, baddest flex setup you can buy from Superior.
This just allows the diff to move more, does it?
Yeah, it does. This is a hybrid style drop box, so it bolts in like same as what your ones are, and they've got the round bush at the back. But then on top, they've also got another mount for this little arm. And so when the diff drops, it actually allows the diff to roll a lot more than what one of them solid arms where it's bolted on both sides.
What's the process? We don't have no hoist here, it's an on the ground job.
It's on the ground job, which normally whenever I put radius arms in, they're on a 4-poster anyway. So you want the car like ride height. Bring some more goodies over. I've got half the arms over here. I'm pretty sure my steering arm's in the way, the back one. So I'll start by undoing that. What I might do, so the wheel doesn't roll, I'll go get a couple pieces of wood and I'll chock the front wheel. So tight.
So the first step is to try and undo your radius arm bolts,
Yeah.
but it ain't keen.
Mate, I did these with a big pipe on the 4-poster. I just gave all the nuts and bolts a bit of a spray. That stuff's like a penetrating oil sort of thing, so it'll help if when they're stuck and tight. Lube them up a bit so they'll come undone a bit easier. So now the diff's undone, I've got to undo. I'll have to put a jack under this, undo these 4 bolts. I've got to pull my original drop box out and replace it with the new one. Check that bush out, they're like fully custard, eh? Big rip, big rip.
The car will drive heaps nicer with all fresh bushes, not torn
look at that
up
one.
pieces ones.
Look at the movement in that, mate. So that was what's in there. That's a lot better than standard. Standard, they have a pin. These are a hybrid one. That's like a touring setup, you know.
Still not up to what we're going to be,
Mate.
where we're going to be doing. You want half a chance of keeping up with me, mate. You got to put something decent in there.
What's everyone reckon? Tyler's going to have the second most capable car in the fleet. He just got this level stuff and
You are going to have...
Mate, your lockers aren't even going to work.
Yeah, and you're going to have better suspension than me. And Burto's just got a front locker in his car yesterday as well.
Yes.
So you're front locked.
I'm twin locked.
Very nice rear LSD.
I'm twin locked.
Is your rear locker in?
Yeah, I put that in ages ago.
Is it?
When I got back. Yeah, I'm twin
I didn't
locked.
even know that. So you're twin locked now.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Twin locked 5-link long arms. I'll just stay home.
Mate, wait till I get reduction gears, eh? Anyone know of anyone?
Reduction. You
I
need
got
some reduction gears.
cash
then
in
you
the
said.
wallet. I'll send it to you. I'll come get it. So now I'm just undoing my crossmember bolts for the drop box. Do we have anti-seize here? No. It's always good to anti-seize those 4 bolts. Otherwise, whenever someone does a clutch or a gearbox, or they can get stuck and they're not fun. So now I've got one more bolt I've got to undo. My drop box bolt. So that's the original. There's a little spacer. With the new one we have this.
Yeah.
I've got to get the old one of them out. All this beach driving, you know? Could you imagine if I didn't wash my car?
There'd be no car left. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, look at the corrosion on it.
Bloody hell. What do you got there? A couple of nuts and bolts.
Yeah. They said I had a couple of screws loose, so they sent me some.
The other thing too is we have fitting instructions for all of this. Burto hasn't done the 5-link front arms before, but he's figuring it all out. But yeah, Superior sent instructions for all this stuff, diagrams, well labelled pictures, so you can sort of just go off that. We've got them on the computer and we're checking them as we go on.
It's a bit different to a normal 3-link. Got 2 extra links, mate. So I'm pretty sure the Superior 5-link, there's 2 mobs that do 5-link. One's terrible and they bend and they have no clearance, they're really low. And then Superior ones are nice and they don't bend. And they're road approved. They've had all the testing done, so you want to get it engineered, mate. There's a couple bolts in there. 8.8, mate, good strong bolts. None of this Chinesium.
You've got your old radius arm out. Now you can start fitting up the new one on this side.
Yeah, I'll try to.
And we just leave the other side all bolted in. Otherwise, if you take both out, then your diff will want to roll.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get the inner plate this way. I'm all back to front, upside down here. So I've got him just sitting there, right? So we know they fit. So that's one thing done. I'm gonna figure out which one of these, because there's a left and right, they're not the same. Figure out which one goes over the back, because this will be the next step. So I'm gonna poke this little fella into its home. Did you just hear that? Precision engineering, mate. Superior engineering. Fits like a glove. Just wiping some of the muck off, you know. Mate, look at that. Who washes this thing? Who owns this thing? No one by the looks of it. I've seen the videos of him, buddy. He gives it a go, I tell you.
He knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, mate. I'm not going to do these up, I'm just going to poke them through so they're lined up and start them. No, you know what I'm going to have to do when I get home? I'm going to have to pull this cross member out and notch it.
Yeah, to allow for the flex.
Yeah, it's not notched.
How excited are you for this kit, mate?
How excited?
Yeah.
I don't have any words to express how excited. That's how excited. You know what I mean? I'm so excited I can't express it. So the first step, I'm doing this up. You do up the center one, so it locates. You do up that, and then you do up that. If you do up these ones first, this probably won't be all the way home, and then when you do it up, it'll either bend or it just won't go home, and it'll be all wrong. Your caster will be wrong. Everything will be funny.
Are you gonna have to get a wheel alignment after this today?
Yeah, 100%. I've roughly set it up, you know, because I'm a wizard.
So that's the good drop box on, cross member back on. Now you can put your couple of arms in. So you got like the drop box, which is the back point for them to bolt in. Your 2 arms there, which is your front point for them to bolt in. One of each of these now goes in.
So now, which one's what? They look identical to me, what do you reckon? And then I'm gonna put it in the drop box side first. That's him.
Yeah, right. So on the 5-link,
There's a bolt there, and then
this goes to the back.
the upper arm goes from here to here.
Yeah, because on like the Superflex and Hyperflex arm, the arm goes all the way around under the diff on the front, doesn't it?
Yeah. And this one just goes to the back here. I still need you to roll a tyre, because I can't. I'm not
I can
super
do
good
it.
at it. Maybe Timmy could do it, but not me. Ready when you are.
More?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just got it. Yeah, I've got it. Come and have a look, mate. Bottom one's in, just chilling, not done up.
I'll come around the back.
Yeah, come around the back. So now all I've got to get in is the top to the top arm. We'll see how that goes. So that's identical, right? Normally you have your passenger wheel with a little bit more caster for Australia, which will be this length, so it drives up the hill. I'm gonna just put them in the same for right now. I'll check the caster when I do my wheel on it. So yeah, this here is to go around the shock. Starting to come together now, yeah?
Yeah, it's looking good. I'm impressed.
We know pretty much where my diff's rolled currently is pretty good where it drives. This is too short, this upper arm, right? The diff hasn't really rolled anywhere, because it can't, because it's still bolted on the other side. So I was just about to put this in the same length, but what I'm going to do is I'll put the bent end in, and then I'll lift this up, and I'll twist it until it'll go in, and then that'll be pretty well similar to where I had it.
Yeah.
And then I'll sort it for a wheel on it.
And that's the whole one side together, just...
Yeah, I'm just
all
going to
loose.
do the bolts up, that's
Yeah.
how together. So as you can see, obviously, as this drops, right, this arm drops,
Yeah.
this arm drops as well, but it's shorter. So it'll like drop and like this will all pivot.
So this is just how to outdrive Tyler Thompson, mate. The extreme lengths you need to go to.
You're looking at this now and you're thinking, oh, I should have just put this in my car. I did say that, yeah?
I don't know.
I did say, hey, you could put that in your car and I'll just have the old stuff. I'm easy. And he said, nah, mate, you need all the help you can get. Now he's scared. Scared shitless. He didn't just look in the catalogue, mate. Someone knew what they were talking about when they were getting all this stuff. You get that on the big jobs, you know. As my dad used to always say, Tyler, there's always someone better than you. Today, I'm better than you. You know the best part about doing it on the ground?
What?
I'm already at ride height, so I can just do everything up.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't have to worry about bushes tearing. And you know, this hasn't been too terribly, other than tight bolts.
Relatively simple job. Like
As long
nothing
as
too
you're
crazy.
mechanically minded, mate. Look at you. There you go. Can I have some of those spanners you've got there and all them other sockets? Pretty much everything but that hammer. If you pass it over, I'll get him nipped. I have my own cameraman, right?
Mate, for anyone that says I don't do anything.
He works hard, mate. He works hard. He works hard, mate. Hey Tyler, you want to film the most important part of the job? Yeah, it's over here.
What's the most... Oh. Bit of Loctite on the bolts there, mate.
Yeah, mate. Look at that.
Why do we Loctite them?
Because what happens if you don't Loctite them? They come loose.
Yeah, they come loose.
How do we know that?
Yeah, because you didn't Loctite mine and they kept coming loose.
Well, brother, next time you want something done, bring the instructions round. Can't get rattle gun in there, so back to being an ape.
Once all those bolts are done up, that's that side done, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
And then go do the other side.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to film the whole other side in detail again because we just all saw it then, so we'll speed through that and we'll check back in when both sides are done.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up.
5-link in the front's done. We're going to move on to the rear. We've got superior long arms. The reason we put long arms in is because it eliminates a fair bit of rear steer and it also stops the rear of your car when you're on like a big steep ledge trying to drive up under the car. They're obviously just stronger, they're longer, they're 300mm longer than a factory arm. And then once you put those in, you don't have to, but to fix your geometry, I've got a upper arm relocation kit from Ramp Customs. Because ideally from factory, if you have a look at an Nissan Patrol, their arms, see how they're on a big angle? When they're factory, they're just flat. So this gets them all both pretty well as flat as you can for however big is lift that you have.
Once you get bigger flex on the tracks and then you do start rear steering, like it's harder to stay in a straight line.
If
Like
you're-
your back wants to start like
Yeah.
kicking off. Like
Like your front's going to be going straight, and then if your rear's dropping, it's going to be turning, and then you're going to be crabbing.
Yeah.
Where this, if you're trying to really stay on a really tight line, it's going to help you stay on that tight line.
so a bit of a bigger job this one than the front. Bit of cutting, bit of welding, bit of grinding.
Yep. We've got to cut off the original brackets, notch out a cab mount, and then hole saw some holes through the chassis so we can put these crush tubes so we can put the bolts through them and bolt them all together and then weld them on. First step is to undo your lower control arms, and then once they're undone, we'll cut the mounts off.
That's the old mount there. It's got to get cut off with the grinder.
And new one goes here somewhere.
Yeah, because they're obviously much longer arms. Now that it's all cut off, you just go through and clean all that up, tidy it all up with the grinder.
I've got the mount cut off, cleaned up. Now I've got the jig they send you. Put this up here, mark some holes, figure out where I need to put it. There's a few different options for GQ, GU, and then each of these little holes is 5mm, depending on how much further or closer you want your arm to be. I'm just going to put mine where GU is, so that'll be 10mm longer than what a GQ normally is.
Why 10mm longer? Is that to match the lift?
Yeah, it just pushes the wheel back a little bit.
Yep.
The original setup was about that, so I'm going to put it back to pretty much where it was. What we have to do is we still have the original crush tube. Slide that over. It says it needs to be parallel with the bottom of the chassis, so see if we can make that happen. I've got a little centre punch mark here. That's where we have to drill the hole. And then I've got to go to the other side, do the same on the inside. Then drill some holes and put some stuff in and tack it up. We're gonna have to cut off an exhaust mount over here a little bit because it interferes with this. Gonna go here, this is in the way. I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit. I'll do that and then I'll mark it and then I'll get to drilling some holes. I have 32mm hole saw, which is the same size as the crush tube. You see me punch the holes. Now I'm going to drill it just with this, and then I'm going to put the hole saw on and drill the hole saw. And then I've just got cutting or wreck them drill bits, you know.
Yeah. After you wrecked all mine, mate, you thought you get the stuff.
Yeah, mate. That's exactly it.
You know what they say about cutting hard materials, mate?
What?
Slow is fast.
Yeah. That's pretty well bang in the middle of that. So that should be right there.
You're going to be a fabricator soon, mate. I'm not going to let you get help from others. You're just going to have to do all these jobs yourself.
This was your car. I wouldn't have even double checked.
How's it all looking lined up?
We're going to find out. Mate, put all this metal here, eh? Put it on Josh's side of the shed. It's got to be pretty much right, so. The jig don't lie, you know what I mean? Just got to have faith, mate. So I'm just going to drill this side, obviously. I'll put my safety glasses on. Boom. Where are these safety glasses from, Tyler?
They're Kap Sunnies.
Kap Sunnies?
Yeah.
Yeah, safeties, mate. Look at that, mate. What do you see?
A hole.
Straight through the other side, yeah?
Oh, beautiful.
Well, you
lined
probably
her up.
so. Don't know how. Maybe thanks to this thing, mate. They even make it so just dumb mechanics can do it.
You're a fabricator.
I reckon Tyler could do it. So now I have to go get the rest of the mounts. So this will go in the hole, the big one, because there's two different size crush tubes. There's a long one and a short one. We will float him through. He also goes there, this way. Boom. So that's the one that gets welded in. That'll get fully welded in.
The inside one gets fully welded in.
This one's just like a bush, like a pretend.
Yeah,
it's
just a marker.
It's a pretend the end, yeah.
Yeah.
So, because this inner one can slide in or out. If you have it too far in, you won't get your bush in. If you have it too far over, your bush will be sloppy. It will never do up. It's very important to go through the instructions and do this properly. So I'm going to get my spanner and that. I'm going to do it up, just nip it up so it's like snug against it.
Yeah.
Then I'll mark where we obviously have to weld and grind. And then I'll grind it so I can weld to bare metal. That's tacked. I reckon I can leave that now, pull it all off, and then grind it all up. And now that I knew where I was going to be welding, I've ground all the paint off it. Now I've got this copper weld-through primer, which is just to stop where, like, this surface and that surface mate. It's just a protective layer so it doesn't rust between them. So I'll spray this on and we'll let it dry for a little bit. So now I've got it tacked. I've got a few tacks pretty much each corner. I'm gonna undo the bolt and I'll see if my old arm will go in because it's probably still warm.
Don't want to be melting no bushes.
No. Mate, boom, perfect.
Good fit, good fit.
Snug, very snug fit, it's perfect fit.
Look at that. You're getting it done.
Yeah, if I knew how to weld, it would have been done already. So yeah, now that we know that that arm fits, I'll just make my way around, do the welds, and we'll be done on this side. I'll bolt it in, start again on the other side.
The big moment, mate. So you've welded her all on, cleaned it up a little bit of the grinder, still got to paint it, but we'll do a test fit.
Mate, these bushes are thicker than my bushes. Let's go on. That's it, mate.
You've done it.
Only one more to go, mate.
You've done it. You didn't want to do this job, mate. You wanted to get help.
I wanted to subby it out.
But you've done it. You should be a proud man.
Look at that. See that there? Wouldn't have been able to do it without superior engineering. Well, now that that's just chilling here, I may as well pull the other side apart.
Okay. So same idea as the front where we only filmed one side and then Burto just went ahead and did the other side. So I've seen how long arms go in the rear. He'll go ahead and do the other side and then we'll check back in when they're both done. This is a bit of a job, these long arms at the rear with all the grinding, welding, measuring, cutting. All done, mate.
Boomity.
All done, second side finished. How was it?
Yeah, better the second side.
A little bit speedier.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta take the first one slow, make sure you don't mess it up. Next is my rear upper arm relocation brackets, these things. So yeah, once you got long arms, they're really long, and your other little arms are still just straight down, these raise them up a bit so they're flatter.
So you don't have to do them.
You don't have to, but
it helps.
it improves the geometry and makes it flex nicer and drive better, and it's just one of those things. It's not much extra work for probably a lot better driving. On this one, we've got a tang, that little bent bit just there where my finger's pointing. On this one, we just cut it off, and on that one, we just ground it flat.
And you need to do that to fit the other one.
Apparently, that's what the instructions say, so. I've got my bracket. I need to put 2 tacks on these when they're lined up, so I've got this one set up. Because I just did long arms, I've got this, which is the thickness of a bush. So I put that in the middle, I know I'm good. I'm just going to put a tack and a tack, and we'll be set. So now that I've cut them off, that one will be ready to put in and weld. Finished product is new bracket welded on, bolt through the original hole, mounted on top. So it just raises it up, what's that, an inch, inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. And then boom, push him up, it goes in the hole, and then it's much flatter. It's not, you can't tell from this angle, but everything's very flat. I've just finished welding on the upper mounts. Now we're moving on to the superior Hyperflex sway bar kit.
Superflex, mate.
Superflex. All the flex.
Yeah.
Flex.com. That's going to be us.
You want flex, it's got it.
It's got it. So the benefit of a superior sway bar over a factory sway bar is this is the length of an arm on a factory sway bar, and then that's the length of an arm. So it's easily double. Superior ones allow 10.5 inches of travel before they bind. That's where you get like 5 inches of travel. I only have 10.5 inch shocks. So I'll be able to leave this in, not have to worry about disconnecting it, because they're equal capability.
It'll allow for full travel.
Yeah.
So it still gives you your on-road stability. It's still the legal requirement to run a sway bar. But yeah, it allows for all your travel as well with your bigger flex kit. All right, we'll get installing this one in the GQ then, last piece of the puzzle.
Sounds good.
You don't have to bop anymore.
Yeah, no, it's there, ready to go.
This is saying Burto doesn't need subtitles.
Special. What are you doing over here, Sean?
I'm just quickly assembling his new Superflex rear sway bar link pins. Haven't thought that hard in a while. Now we have Nick. We'll get a commentary from Nick later.
Yeah, we'll get an update on what's going on under here from Nick.
Mate, you want to speak in the microphone?
I'm struggling, mate. That's what's happening. I'm struggling.
You still checking the fences or what?
Fences have been checked.
He's not having it. It's 4:45. It's nearly knock-off time. The last job's gone bad. He's over it.
Look at this kid here.
Look, we got a special guest appearance at the shed from
Mate,
Sean.
I've just come for the flex vent, mate.
You got the special part. Sorted.
Oh, far out. Hey, how's that one for it, eh? Give us another bowl,
I don't know where the other one is. You're laying here. It's probably under you.
What are you...
I don't know where
Brother,
it is.
ready? I'll get up and you tell me. Is it under me or what? No, it's not. Guess what? It was where you left it, eh? Eh? Oh!
You hear that smack him? He's hard.
I reckon we'll finish up for the day. We'll come back in the morning and we'll get some nice shots of it, check it all out and put it up on the flex ramp, see if we got a bit of an improvement. Next day, we'll flex it up, see how it goes.
For the raise, got a mill, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers, fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a don just like the Perrier. It's one time when I'm looking at a face. On the low, like I'm pushing up the pace.
Bit higher, mate.
Oh, yeah, that's heaps higher.
Yeah.
Look at that front tyre now too.
It's like right up in there.
Because even when we took your front sway bar out,
It didn't move.
want it.
If you have a look in there, my shock is like,
Max.
yeah, up max.
So at this point, the only thing restricting you is your shocks.
Yeah.
Need some longer
And
shocks.
I think if you want to see how good the front works, we can try and back up it.
Back it up.
Because that's how you get the front to work.
That's crazy, but
Have a look at the other side.
I didn't expect that much. But like without doing an exact measurement, we will in a minute. Like last time you were down around this one,
Yeah.
you're a whole nother like support bracket up.
You have to think like, this much on that ramp is a lot.
Yeah,
Like-
because it's steep. So your long arms as well, so
Yeah.
you can see that tyre's holding more straight.
Yeah.
And it's not trying to like,
There's a little bit of rear steer, but it's not crazy.
nothing like it was, like
Before it'd be like,
trying to send in under.
yeah, top quality stuff, mate. Nothing but the best.
Well, what do you think about that, mate?
What do I think about it? Yeah, looks all right to me, eh?
You pretty happy with that? We need to build this flex ramp higher at this rate.
Bit of an improvement, isn't it? Yeah,
Big improvement.
yeah, eh? This thing was a brick before.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I could almost stand under it. I'm not much of a man, but I could almost stand under it.
So you took it for a drive on road.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Like, is it more boaty or?
It's a little bit more boaty, as like before was like pretty much a brick.
Yeah.
So as you'd expect, but it's nothing terrible. The drive's pretty nice.
Yeah. So still like going to be comfy for long drives and that.
Yeah, yeah, easy, easy.
That's it then. The 5-link front, long arms rears, Superflex sway bar. The only thing is, Burto do it on the weekend. You'll have to go home and paint.
Yeah, I gotta paint it all.
Paint like obviously where the chassis was grinded back and drilled and stuff, so it all need painting so that it doesn't rust, but he'll get all that done on the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's about it done. Looking pretty sick. Might have half a chance keeping up with me on the tracks now, mate.
Half a chance.
Yeah.
Man, I've got you. I've got you covered. Don't you worry about it.
Mate, come over here and do a little explanation of what happens when you don't have long arms.
Hey,
So
right.
this is mine, no long arms, and what's going on?
Look at the angle on that thing. So it's that short, that it's going down, and it's arcing, and it's pulling the front tyre, this tyre forward.
Yeah.
Look how far, that's like halfway on your door, mate.
Yeah, so if you're trying to like maintain a straight line up a track in a rut or something, it's going to be just crab walking you
And
sideways.
it's also,
It's going that way.
it's going out here.
Yeah.
You can see it really bad from the back and the front.
So that's why you get long arms, to stop that
So if
happening.
you stand here and look at your bar weight and go forward, you look at that tyre's facing left, so it pulls you
Yeah.
pulls you to the right where you don't want to be.
Well, that's not too bad for both sway bars in.
Yeah.
That's her, mate. That's her.
You want me to mark you up or what?
The sun came out, so I've just dragged it outside and do another little test out here in the sun where we can actually see things better.
Go from hub down, that's how we're doing it.
Yeah, that's him. Boom, boom, you test your microphone.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, we're good.
They're good.
Okay.
You ready to go? So,
Bada bing, bada boom, 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 boom.
boom, boom.
You tested 1, 2, 3, she's on. In today's episode, Burto's green GQ there behind me is getting some sick suspension upgrades, some